Other Mommy trailer review. Can we all agree that smiling while crying should be illegal? Because the second Jessica Chastain does that in this trailer, my brain immediately filed a complaint with HR. That image is nightmare fuel. It's one of those moments that doesn't need a cheap jump scare. It just crawls into your head and pays rent. Now that's how you sell a horror movie. The concept here is actually pretty damn creepy. A little girl has something living in the house that looks exactly like her mother. That's already unsettling enough, but the trailer keeps escalating it without completely explaining what's going on. Instead of screaming, "Look how scary we are" every 5 seconds, it lets the weirdness breathe. And honestly, that's way more effective. Jessica Chastain looks like she's absolutely carrying this movie on her back. Playing both the real mother and this twisted doppelganger can't be easy, but from what the trailer shows, she's giving it everything she's got. The emotional scenes feel genuine, and then she'll flip into something completely inhuman with almost no warning. That scene where she's crying while forcing herself to smile? Yeah, absolutely not. It's disturbing because it feels wrong on a human level. Your brain knows those two emotions aren't supposed to exist on the same face at the same time, and that's exactly why it works. And let's not ignore who's helping bring this thing to life. James Wan. The guy has basically become one of modern horror's MVPs, with franchises like Saw, Insidious, and The Conjuring. When his name pops up on a horror project, it immediately buys a little extra confidence because the man understands how to make audiences uncomfortable without relying entirely on cheap tricks. IMDb. The trailer also deserves credit for its atmosphere. The sound design is creepy without trying too hard. The lighting constantly makes the house feel unsafe, and every room somehow feels like somewhere you absolutely don't want to be. After dark, it gives off that slow-burning dread, instead of just chasing loud noises. Now here's my one concern. Are we reaching horror saturation? This year we've already had massive horror hits with Obsession and Backroom, and now Other Mommy looks like another psychological nightmare, built around an unsettling home, disturbing imagery, and emotional trauma. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Clearly audiences are eating this stuff up, but Hollywood has a habit of seeing one successful formula and driving it straight into the ground. It happened with found footage, it happened with zombie movies, it happened with superhero films. Studios see dollar signs and suddenly everybody wants a piece of the same pie. So while Other Mommy genuinely looks promising, I do hope it has enough originality beyond what the trailer is teasing. Because if it's just another "there's an evil thing inside the house that only one person understands" story, audiences might start feeling horror fatigue sooner rather than later. Thankfully, this trailer gives me reason to think it has a little more going for it. It doesn't reveal the entire plot, which I appreciate. It gives you just enough disturbing imagery to get your imagination working without dumping every major scare into a 2-minute commercial. That's becoming rarer these days, and it's refreshing when marketing actually trusts the audience. Overall, this trailer did exactly what a trailer is supposed to do. It creeped me out, it made me curious, and it convinced me Jessica Chastain might be about to deliver one of the most unsettling horror performances of the year. If the full movie can maintain this atmosphere for 2 hours instead of blowing all its best scares in the marketing, we could be looking at something special. Final trailer verdict: buying my ticket.